Hi, I'm Dr. Robert Moore, and I've been helping people since 1993. And I hope in this video to answer the question, why you can't lose weight no matter what you try. Well, I want to introduce you to a hormone called leptin. Leptin is made by your fat cells. It gets into your bloodstream, it goes to the hypothalamus of your brain, and it tells your brain that you have enough fat stored, that you don't have to eat, and that you can burn calories at a normal rate. Think of it as the gas gauge in your car. You look down at the gas gauge and it says full, you don't need to stop for gas. It says empty, then you need to stop for gas. In between, you just drive the car normally. Leptin is also relates to your fertility, immune system, your brain function, and other systems of your body. But the main role of leptin is long-term regulation of energy balance in your body. Here's a great picture of leptin and the systems that it works with. It affects your bones, it affects your immune system modulation, your kidneys, your bowel, your pancreas. It affects your reproductive organs, your vascular system, and your brain. When we eat fat, and fat gets stored in our fat cells. Those fat cells secrete more leptin. That leptin goes into our bloodstream, hits the hypothalamus of our brain. The brain sees that increased amount of leptin, and it signals our brain to stop eating, tell our body to stop eating, and we stop eating. The gas gauge is full, you don't need to fill a car up anymore. That is what happens normally. Now there is a thing called leptin resistance. And in the case of leptin resistance, we eat, our fat cells increase leptin production, leptin gets in the bloodstream. When this happens over a long period of time and it's consistently chronic, the receptors that in our hypothalamus that normally see the leptin close up. And that disrupts the signal in the brain. So the brain thinks, because it doesn't see the signal, it's not talking to the hormones, it can't see that leptin is high. It thinks leptin is low. So you get hungry, you get cravings, you lose your motivation. A lot of things happen, and then the cycle just keeps reversing. It keeps going on and on and on. It's a vicious cycle. And so people who are overweight have a lot of fat in their fat cells. Those, what I like to call over fat body cells, produce a lot of leptin. When there's a lot of leptin in the bloodstream and you have leptin resistance, the brain doesn't recognize it. That is what's called leptin resistance. And so what causes leptin resistance? Well, chronic inflammation. If you have an inflammatory problem in your body for any amount of time, that changes the signaling that the hypothalamus sees. Again, it screws up those receptors. The hypothalamus can't see that. Not just leptin, by the way. There's many other receptors in a chronic inflammatory state in your body. They get messed up and you don't see the hormones. You might have heard of type 2 diabetics with high levels of insulin resistance. There's also something called free fatty acids. Free fatty acids are made in fat cells along with leptin, and free fatty acids, when they're in your bloodstream, can actually interrupt the way your brain sees the signal of the leptin. Another problem, another cause of leptin resistance is just high levels of leptin. So in a chronic inflammatory state, when your fat cells are making high levels of leptin and high levels of free fatty acid, that is leptin resistance. And that's why people have the yo-yo diet. So the brain doesn't recognize the leptin signal. It thinks the body is starving, even though you have enough energy, and so that you're hungry, your appetite is going crazy, you've reduced your motivation for energy, have lower levels of energy, and your metabolism gets flipped upside down. That is the problem. So now you're burning calories inefficiently and ineffectively. Somewhere along the life, your metabolism got flipped upside down. And that is why when you go and your weight loss is easy at the beginning, but then you get hungry, then you get tired, and you get aggravated with it. That's yo-yo dieting. People can lose a lot of weight at the beginning, but eventually the weight comes back, in some cases more so. So what has to happen? Well, A weight loss system that works is a metabolic reset. A metabolic reset, we take this upside down metabolism and we flip it and we write it up. We get on the right side. What I like to call is right the ship. We have to take this upside down metabolism, leptin resistance, and right the ship. And what we've seen in our office is people lose 20 to 40 pounds of unwanted body fat in about 60 days. So you're asking, how does that work? I'm going to give you a brief introduction. It just lowers your leptin resistance and increases fat burning. And we have a healthy meal plan involved in this. You don't buy food from us. We actually teach you what to eat, when to eat it, how to grocery shop for it, how to prepare it. We have a proprietary nutraceutical peptide. These are proteins developed by a group of doctors that lower your leptin resistance and increase fat burning, and also will lower inflammation. And when we lower inflammation, we take this and we flip it up. We right the ship of your metabolism. We also have coaching and support so that you're in as frequent as you need contact with us so you understand the system. What we have is a doctor-developed, specialized custom metabolic reset that's going to deliver to you your specific health, fitness, size, and weight goals. We want to reset your metabolism, and that is what sets our program apart from other programs. And that's why people have failed on other programs. So I'm Dr. Robert Moore. I want to thank you for watching this video. In the link below, or the comments below, is a link to our introductory video of Brighton Weight Loss program. So I'm looking forward to meeting you and talking with you. And I really hope that we get to work together so that I can help change your life. Please call our office 810-374-0304 and your life can change. And we can talk, we can answer your questions, and take a look at the link below. God bless you. Have an awesome day.